Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Idol. So in this video, I want to talk about Michonne, her role in Season 10 and in the future movies. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to Michonne and Season 10 because obviously this is her final season, but her future really is up in the air right now. We got some information on which episodes she's probably going to leave in based off of the filming schedule, and we also got sort of a, I guess, tease of some sorts as to whether or not she's going to be in these Rick movies. So yeah, I want to talk about all of that. So if you're new here, make sure to be a subscriber to get all my Walking Dead content. For the next 10 weeks, AMC is doing like this online media sort of 10 weeks of reveals kind of thing with The Walking Dead, where for 10 weeks, they will be revealing tidbits of information regarding the third show. There's supposed to be a special actually in like 6 days, 5 or 6 days, where it's going to be a special look at this third show, the cast and the location and all that. I think then we'll probably learn the title and synopsis, the world, and everything that they're doing with that. So just stay tuned for my videos on that. Some of these reveals could have to do with Lauren Cohen and stuff. So if you're new here, make sure to be a subscriber to get all of that. So the one question I do want to talk about is Michonne even going to be in these Rick Grimes movies? Now, at this point, I really don't believe she's going to be in this first movie. Just based off of what she says here, and I'll read it, it does not seem like she's going to be in this first movie. There's a chance she could be in the second one because of what she says after, but here, I'll read what she said here. Her goodbye at Comic-Con did kind of hint that she's done with Michonne as a character, but you also kind of got that hint with Andrew Lincoln, obviously, during his Comic-Con panel in 2018, and that ended up not being the case. He's going to be in these Rick Grimes movies. Denai Guerrera said, "I can confirm that this is the last season I will be on this amazing TV show as Michonne." So first of all, that first part there, she says, "This is my last season I will be on this amazing TV show as Michonne." I would just like to say that this has been one of the purest joys of my life to play this role and to be amongst these people and those who are not here right now and amongst all of you. I'm very thankful for the experience I've had in ways I can't state right now. My heart does not leave in any way, shape, or form. The Walking Dead family is forever. The connection between us never ends. It was a very difficult decision. It is not connected to my heart. My heart stays right here. It was about my calling and other things I feel called to. The opportunities I've had exploring it as a creator of work. I'm filled with a lot of pain leaving and a lot of gratitude. I am thankful to all of you. I love you guys and I love this show. The Walking Dead family is forever. So with what she said there, it does seem like she's really like done for sure with the television show. I do not think she's coming back. Though depending on her exit, I think there's a way for her to come back in the finale with Rick. And I do think that's happening. And I do want to talk about that actually in a separate video because Norman Reedus and Jeffrey Dean Morgan talked about whether or not their characters could ever reunite with Rick. And their response is actually pretty exciting. But if Michonne is done as a character on this show and say she's not going to be in these movies and that she dies, say what happens is, you know those walkers that Alpha had? Say they stick to the comics and those walkers are unleashed on Alexandria. Michonne could save that community much like Rick did in season 9 with all those walkers and lead these walkers into the ocean. And when doing that, she might sacrifice herself, or maybe she ends up on a boat or something like that and she gets a way out. Thus, maybe our characters think she died, but she actually survived and she ends up in these Rick movies. See, this is something I really don't want. Because it's just something that, like, you know, it really worked with Rick because it just happened one time. And it was nice that we were getting these movies. And if it never happened with Rick and Rick was on this show, I still don't even think it would work with Michonne. Because for a character like that to leave this show, you need this satisfying conclusion. The only reason why it worked with Rick is because really a lot of us, I mean, most people love Rick to death. He's like the #1 favorite character of all time for like most people, right? He is the ultimate lead to this show, to the entire franchise, to everything. He started it all. And any little thing you get of him, you know, to be alive or anything, we're all going to take it, right? And considering that he is kind of the central focus of everything. I know AMC, they try to say, and also the cast too, and I do agree with them, that they try to say that The Walking Dead isn't about Rick, it's about everyone. And I definitely do agree with that. I really do agree. It's not just, you know, it's not just focused on one character like Rick. I think the show's very different than the comics in that way. They established this pretty early on, like it's a family thing. You care about all of these other characters, but Rick is central to all of them. Rick has this personal connection to Carol, personal connection to Daryl and Michonne and to Ezekiel and to Negan, and he's the central focus to everything. Right? And so you take him out, now our characters are going to be reacting to that death. And I think when that moment happened with Rick, the fact that we were going to be getting these movies and he would be the lead of these movies, because he's essentially the lead of the show, a lot of us were okay with it. With Michonne, yes, she is a lead, But when you consider Rick Grimes a part of the story, Michonne is a secondary character. Same with Daryl. Same with Carol. Overall, the only main characters in my opinion are Rick and Carl. Rick, Carl, and Judith are like #1 lead characters, and maybe I view that because I kind of view The Walking Dead as like a Grimes family story. But Michonne, Daryl, and Carol, yes, they're leads of the show right now, and I love them to death, but they are second in all of that, right? So we need a satisfying conclusion to Michonne. They can't do it where it was done like Madison's death on Fear the Walking Dead, where it just happened literally out of nowhere, and we don't get any confirmation that she died, and everybody still is wondering, is she alive out there? Even though it looked like she died, the actress is off the show, and they also confirmed she died. The way they did it, they can easily write it so that she survives. Like, I don't want that from Michonne, and I don't think Angela Kang's gonna do that. That's the thing. I really trust her to write this story well. And so I think if Michonne were to die on the show, I don't think it would be satisfying for the story with Rick, unless they did it in a way where maybe she found out he was alive, like she knew, and maybe she was like, well, I guess you guys can really, tell him I said I always knew that you were here or something like that. I still wouldn't be as satisfied though. I'd want her to see Rick, but I really just don't think AMC is going to kill off that character. I just don't. Like, honestly, I think that if this character can have an exit where there's a chance that she could come back or be in these movies, AMC is going to do that, because why kill off these characters? Literally, why kill off these characters? It just makes no sense. So this is why I come back to, I think Michonne is going to be in that second movie, and I think her exit is going to be about her finding out that he's alive. It's really the only explanation I can think of. What else can they write in there that would be a satisfying conclusion? She's not going to die. I doubt they're going to write it where she just leaves on a boat, just like she does in the comics. Temporarily anyways. I guess she comes back on a boat. I know we see that in the trailer, so there's kind of a tease at that, but I don't think that's going to be necessarily related to that. Maybe she does leave on a boat, but maybe she's actually going to go see Rick, When she was asked by Entertainment Tonight about the movie, she kind of laughed it off, and she was saying that she can't talk about the movie stuff. So that's why when I hear that, it makes me feel better. But because of how early on it is right now, I just don't see her being a part of this first one. I think she'll be a part of the second one. I think that's going to be the whole appeal to the second one. It's going to be Rick and Michonne's reunion. How do they do it? How does it happen? I think that's what it's going to be. Now, according to comicbook.com, I'll leave a link to the full article down below. AMC is filming The Walking Dead's episodes out of order. So there's a very, very high chance that all the stuff we saw in the trailer is stuff from like the second half of the season, which would make sense because it is very, very action-packed. There's so much in there that it's like, how can all of that happen within the first 8 episodes? They said, traditionally, The Walking Dead films its new episodes in order. Occasionally, a scene will be shot for another episode or production will call for things to be switched around, but Season 10 is doing things entirely differently. It's unclear how many episodes Guerrera will appear in for Season 10 and whether or not she will stick with the series through its production wrap in November. Still, the AMC series is filming its season out of order, having already filmed the 12th episode of the season and keeping Guerrera's Michonne around for at least that long. So first of all, that's very good news. They're going to have Michonne until episode 12. Usually, by the time Comic-Con comes around, they have the first 7 episodes filmed. So if they just have 7 episodes in general of season 10, and episode 12 was a part of that, I think 7 episodes of those first 12 have been done. They probably might have to go back and film episode 6 or the mid-season finale, or maybe they already filmed that. They could have even filmed episode 10 already. But I think what they're going to be doing here, honestly, is I don't think Michonne is going to be a part of the season 10 finale. I think she's going to be gone by episode 12. She could even be gone in episode 13 or 14, around there. I do not think she's going to be a part of the finale. I just think for them to film the finale out of order, I feel like is just a lot. I don't think they're going to want to do that. I think they're going to film the finale, honestly, in November like they usually do, which I think confirms that she's not going to be a part of it. It's possible that she only has a few more weeks of filming. Maybe they got to film like episode 7 or like episode, say, 13 maybe, or 14 or something like that. But after that, she's done. And then they can go back and film the rest of the season, which I would imagine would be kind of boring as an actor because you already shot all the future stuff and that part's super exciting and you got to go back and sort of do the backstory. So it'll be so different for all the actors. So this really confirms that the trailer for season 10, a lot of that stuff, there literally could be some footage there that could be from episode 12. Some of the war stuff and all of that could definitely be from episode 12, because there was a lot in there. Like, there was a lot of footage in there that seemingly just kind of felt out of place. Like, that's the thing about that trailer, and I still have to do so many videos on that trailer. I've literally just done the trailer breakdown, and I've been talking about all the other information. I still want to go back to that trailer because there's so much in there. I haven't really got to talk about it besides that one video, so to think that that trailer was just focused on the first 6 or 7 episodes, I think is just ridiculous, because there was so much in that trailer. Like I said, like, we had so much battle shots. Like, I think this shot here of Michonne with Rick's old jacket on, with all that fire around and all that, that episode, or this episode here, this moment, could be from episode 12. Maybe she's wearing that jacket when she leaves. I mean, there's definitely a lot more to this trailer, and I'm definitely going to keep watching it to see if I can actually figure out anything there. There is stuff in here from the second half of the season. I feel I'm so just confident in that, and so I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to try to take out certain scenes and just see what could be from episode 12, because it's going to be something that's really not that spoilery. I'm going to end the video right here. Post your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? Do you think Michonne's going to die in the show? How do you think her eggs is going to be handled? And what do you think of The Walking Dead filming things out of order in order to satisfy Danai Gurira's exit? Do you think that hints at certain things surrounding her character? I mean, I know one thing for sure. She's not going to be in every episode. Like, she could be in episode 1 or 2 or something, but then she won't come back until episode 5. It's going to be very similar to season 8, because she was barely in that season. In that first half, she was in episode 1, and then she came back for 5, and then I think she did number 8 after that. And then in the second half, she was there for a little bit because she was filming Black Panther and Infinity War and all of that. So it's probably going to be a lot like that. If they're filming things out of order already, if they already did episode 12, then they're definitely filming things to fit Danai Gurira's schedule, because she probably has other things planned. So yeah, post your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.